This was meant to be Friday's video, but I was up till 5 a.m. talking to bandmates. But I've had a lot of requests to teach a couple of songs from my Just for Sideband series where I cover 21 Pilot songs on electric guitar. And I'm going to start doing the journey of teaching 21 Pilot songs that I've done. And the first one that a lot of people have wanted is how to play Lane Boy and Redecorate from the live stream experience. So here we are today. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a good day today. Hope your days go well and hope it continues to go well. Here's how to play Lane Boy X Redecorate. I promise you, it's simpler than you think. Kinda. Wait till you get to verse 2. Let's get right into it. For this song, we are going to be in standard tuning, just like every single 21 Pilot song. We're going to go ahead and start off with the intro, because once you know how to play the intro, you literally know how to play 50% of the song, because the intro is the main hook of the song, which happens in the choruses, and we're going to be using the same shape in verse 2 as well as for our outro. So, like I said, 50% of the song is going to be using what I'm about to show you now, and this is the chord the chord shape we're going to be using throughout 50% of the song. So, go to the 12th fret of your D string, play that with your ring finger. Next, you are going to want to bar the 10th fret of the G string, 10th fret of the B string, and 10th fret of the E string. So once again, that is barring your index finger on 10 of the G, 10 of the B, 10 of the E, with having your 12th fret of the D string in there. So we're basically just playing a D minor chord. And yes, this has to be a bar chord, or else you will do every finger on the chord. And this is just a cramp and a half, and you're going to injure yourself. Avoid that at all costs. This is a good way to work on bar chords. So once again, 12 on the D, 10 on G, 10 on B, 10 on E. So this is where we're going to play it in the first place. The next place you're going to play this is all the way down at the 5th fret. So 7th fret of the D string, and then barring the 5th fret of the G, B, and E. Outlining an A minor chord here. These two spots are where you're going to be playing these chords throughout, again, 50% of the song. Now let's actually talk about how to play the intro. How do you do that? So, first off, you are going to want to go to the 12th fret. You're going to go to position 1. So 12th fret of the D string, and you're going to want to palm mute this twice. If you don't know what a palm mute is, basically take the fleshy part of your palm, put it on the bridge of your guitar, so that way the notes don't sound like full, they sound muted and percussive, but not too percussive. Just right on top of your bridge. So that way they're still audible and sounds very percussive compared to, you just want to find that sweet spot. So 12th fret of the D twice, palm muted. And now 10th fret of the G, 10th fret of the B, 10th fret of the E. You're basically arpeggiating those. There are 3 ways you could do this part. So you could either do kind of like a strumming, but making sure you're hitting every single note on the way down. More like your pick is just falling. You're raking the notes. Compared to, you don't want to make it a strum, you just want to play through every note fast. Way number 2 is doing this exact same thing, but instead you palm mute this, It makes it sound really cool, sounds super percussive like the synth on the studio version of Lane Boy. Really cool. Way number 3 is a bit more advanced, and that is doing a roll using your index finger, so that way each note on the 10th fret is staccato. And like I said, it's a bit harder because your finger is literally rolling across the fretboard, which can be very uncomfortable at first. And occasionally, you'll get just a mute in there, but that is fine. So whichever way works comfortable for you. So once again, either strum, percussive, roll. Whichever way is comfortable for you. So we're gonna live here, do that one time. Then you want to take the whole shape, go to position 2, so 7th fret of the D string 3 times. So that one's a bop, bop, bop. Because as soon as we get done with bop, bop, bop. 7th fret of the D string immediately happens as soon as we complete our phrase up here, which is why it's 3 times down here. But if you have a hard time jumping to that really quick, like, it's okay to go to the 12th fret of the A string. I find that helped me in the very beginning of learning how to play this, so. So either way, you could play that first note and 7th fret of the D string, or 10th fret of the A, or the 12th fret of the A string. Whichever way makes it comfortable for you to get. So as soon as we're down here, twice, then roll up. Same like we did for up here. And it's going to happen down here a total of 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So that is how to play the intro and how to play every chorus. Next we move over into verse 1. Now, if you listen to the live stream experience version of, well, the version of Lane Boy X Redecorate, there is no guitar happening in verse 1. It is all just bass, which I like playing the bass line on guitar, so here's how to play the bass line. So what you want to do is start off on the 5th fret of your A string. Hit that 3 times. Then 7th fret of the A string. And then go down to the E string 5th fret twice. Again. Then we're going to go to the D string 10th fret. 7th fret. Yeah. And back the 7th fret of the D string 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then go down to the 5th fret of your D. So that top line. So the whole phrase together. And then it stops for a brief period while Tyler does the honest, there's a few songs on his record that will comment. I'm in constant conversation with what I want was popping. Bassline happens again. Then you go back into the chorus, which is our hook. And then we go into verse 2, which is a little bit more complicated only because of the rhythm. Verse 2 is only chords and it's only strumming. And it's a bit complicated because the strums are happening on the ands of the beat. So most music, of course, we know that music is most commonly in 4/4 time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you subdivide that and make the 8 bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands. You could do many different strum patterns like 1, 2 and 4 and. So on and so forth. The tricky thing with Flameboy X Redecorate is that this part, which is also the outro by the way, so I'm teaching you the outro now also, is that this is all on the ands of the beat. So literally it's one and. You don't play on an actual on beats until we get into the breakdown. This is all on the ends of the beat, so it's slightly confusing. Definitely go practice this with a metronome and have it set to where the ands are louder than the ones, so that way it could be one and so on and so forth. It will be confusing when you practice it, but if you just remember down, up, 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 up. Just the ands are always the upstroke, so. And the way I remember it is I complete every phrase by starting the next phrase with a down. So down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. And it helps me so much. So I recommend doing that also. So the chords are the same chords we did for the intro, except now we're doing it in chords. So 10th fret of the 12, 10, 10, 10 of the G, B, and E. 4 times. And you also want to make these pretty short and percussive, so just lifting your fingers off of the strings just enough to where they cut out. Because if they just bleed together, it doesn't sound bad, but if you want to be like the actual performance and like how Dan does it live, definitely staccato. So there's that. So that'll happen 4 times. Take the shape all the way down to the 7th fret, 5th frets. Total of 4 times again. Then go back up to the 10th and 12th frets. Then back down again 4 times. So next thing we're going to do is go back up to our first shape 10 and the 12. Then go back down again. But then we finally change. We change on the 7th bar of this. So now we put our pinky finger on the 7th fret of the high E string, giving us this really cool sound. Kind of mysterious. So once again, 7th fret of the D, 5th fret of the G, 5th fret of the B, and then 7th fret of the high E. And this will happen for bars 7 and 8 of this phrase, so... And then the whole phrase starts over again. So, in total, it should sound like this. We'll do it very slow first. Now up to speed. And that goes into the rest of the verse. Then we go into the breakdown of the song. Interjecting a part here. When the actual breakdown starts, there is a... which is happening on the 10th fret of the E string and B string. And you can do that with any finger. You could bar it. Any combination of fingers whatsoever. So for the breakdown of the song, the first thing we're going to learn is what happens during the honestly, there's a few songs on this record that feel common. I'm a constant confrontation. The really cool build from the live stream before Tyler says, will they be live tomorrow? So you're going to go on the D string 5th fret. And just alternate pick this like there's no tomorrow. So dab, dab, dab. And you can start off muted, eventually just unmute, and just get more intense with it. Start off really soft muted, then more open and full as the breakdown builds and builds before Tyler says, will they be live tomorrow? As soon as you said that, we mimic the synth line that's happening, which is very unique to the live stream. This is done by going to the G string 10th fret, to the 9th fret of the G, back up to the 10th fret. And you can choose to pull off this or pick it. I like pull offs personally. Whatever's comfortable for you. So then we go to the 10th fret of the D, 12th fret of the A. You repeat that phrase again. And then we go to the 10th fret of the G, 9th fret of the G, back up to the 10th fret, 12th fret of the G, 10th fret of the G, 9th fret of the G. And then finally, 9th fret of the G, 12th fret of the D, 10th fret of the D, 12th fret of the D, 10th fret again, then 12th fret of the A, then 10th fret of the D, 12th fret of the D. So So that whole phrase together, and this whole phrase happens twice. This whole section. And then there we go into the last verse, which is the redecorate part of the song, of course. And there we go ahead and do the verse 2 chords on the ends of the beats again. Like I said, this chord shape is 50% of the song. So, little recap. Intro. Using that chord shape into the main hook. Chorus. Verse 1, mimic the bass line. Then we go into chorus 2. Repeat that phrase again, going into verse 2. To which that will happen. Then we'll go into the breakdown. And then we go into the... Well, they will have tomorrow. And then finally, outro. That happy part once again. And there you guys have it, how to play Laneboy X Redecorate on guitar. Really, it's a simpler song than you think until you start adding the ands in there. And then it becomes a little bit more challenging because not a lot of people are used to just doing the ands of the beat. Of course, everyone's used to doing 1, maybe 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or combination of that, but a few people I know are comfortable on just doing on the ands of the beat. So that part will definitely take practice, and really hope that this helps. If you want to see me do another 21 Pilots guitar lesson of anything that I've done roughly around 45 21 Pilots like guitar covers at this point for my series just for side bands. Definitely go check out those videos, see which ones you want me to take. I know I did No Chances, I did Never Take It, now we're here. I think next one we're going to do is Mulberry Street, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But anyway guys, really hope you enjoyed, really hope this wasn't confusing, and best of luck. Definitely practice, 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 and I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, and good night, more importantly, have a good day, and I'll see you later.